Right, rumours swirling around whether Prince Harry could return as a part-time prince. A US paper has claimed that all Harry wants is to become a royal for King Charles, and all he has to do is just ask.
Well, we've got Angela Levin here in the studio, royal author. Do you think he can just ask? Angela, is it as simple as that?
No, he doesn't mean that. Anyone who thinks that's right is naive, I'm afraid. I mean, this is something he wants to do to enable himself to, one, ask for money after a little while because their own empire is exploding, and also because he said in 2023 that he wants to look after the monarchy, make it more modern, and look after William's children so that they won't have the same difficult time as he's had. Now, William doesn't want anybody messing around with his children.
No.
Also, anything that he does here, Meghan will control. She controls, she holds his arm, she doesn't let him move more than 3 inches. And if he comes, if he wants to get a place in Kensington Palace, which he now does, it would be an absolute disaster because they would be manipulated by those two. I mean, half of them are global warriors and half of them are terrible victims.
Yes.
And they swap over all the time.
Yeah, but you see, it's interesting you talk about him wanting a room in Kensington Palace, whatever. Part of me, I don't know about you as well, but part of me sees a role for him. Part of me sees that the British public, I think, could be quite forgiving to him. Not her.
No, well, obviously not her, but she will control it.
But would she come back with them? Would she be seen with them in London if that was the case?
No, lots of phone calls, lots of telling him what to do. She has to be in charge. We've seen that in everything. She always got to be in the front. She pushes forward. She knows exactly what she thinks the monarchy should be, and she won't give in. She just won't.
But, you know, Angela, I was thinking about this. I don't know why it popped into my head yesterday. I was thinking about how Prince Charles always loved Camilla all those years, and his mum wouldn't let him be with her, and eventually he persuaded her that he wanted to marry her, and then eventually he got her blessing and all the rest of it. I wonder if, you know, his difficulty finding his true love makes him a bit more indulgent with Harry, and he goes, OK, look, Meghan's committed some pretty serious crimes against the royal family, but clearly she's the one that Harry loves. And there was, of the two parents, Harry was closest to Charles, wasn't he? And William to Diana. There's a bond there. And I just suddenly thought maybe as a dad, he's just always going to forgive Harry because he kind of understands what it means to love your woman.
No, but actually, Camilla never, ever made a nasty comment.
Yeah.
Whereas Meghan and Harry have made the most rude comments about Camilla.
Very true, very true.
And, you know, that she's an absolutely horrendous person. And, you know, that's what King Charles won't accept, actually. You know, you accept for yourself much easier than you do from somebody, for somebody you love. And it won't help him. And he knows it's wrong, but he can't help loving his son, but he hates what he's doing. He hates his behaviour and all the criticism of all the senior royals that he's made endlessly, and his new website. You know, it's all against the royal family.
But meanwhile, we've got Prince William getting on with being a real royal, or is he? I mean, this business about being ambassadorial in the Middle East, about the Gaza situation, about the Israeli situation, about trying to be friends with everyone, this is sensitive ground.
It's very demanding, I think. It must be one of the most difficult things he's ever done. He has been to Israel before and the Middle East. He was the first of the royals who went there, and he spoke to the leaders of both in Israel and on the West Bank. And he managed it beautifully. He managed to carve a very sort of delicate path through them, and the Foreign Office helped him, but I think he had his own mind, because we know where the Foreign Office are mainly interested in is towards not the Jews in Israel.
Yes.
And he's got this time to do that very well, and I think he will make a careful speech and he will work his way around it.
Why get involved in this? He doesn't have to.
Is it a bit of the Diana? You know, Diana went where people were afraid to go. Diana was able to cut through in a way that people could relate to. Could he do the same?
I don't know. I think it's very, very difficult. It's very demanding. But I think as well, he doesn't want to cut ribbons. He doesn't want to do the ordinary things, to go round and see people and do it unless he really cares about it. This is people who are homeless. These are people who are in a war. I think he wants to go very, very high up, not for arrogance.
Make a difference in the world.
But to help, and to try and smooth things
Angela,
over.
I might be way off the mark here, but he did not, to me, look a happy man at BAFTAs on Sunday night. There was just
lonely, for sure.
Yeah, there was
That
just
walk.
something about his face that looked like I didn't want to be here.
It did. He did look lonely, but I also thought he made a huge effort so that everyone would enjoy it. He didn't want to pass it on. He doesn't use his personal feelings publicly, whereas Harry, you can tell a mile off what Harry's thinking. So he's done very well for that. And I think because he's been their president since 2010, he didn't want to let them down. Very nice of him. But he's obviously very worried about her. And he's got a lot of pressure there. I mean, he's a man with massive pressure for his father, for his wife, making sure the children are all right. And now he's taken on the Middle East, you know.
I know.
Not easy.
But as you said there, you hit it in the head. I think he's very worried about her. I mean, but we hope she's well and we hope she gets better soon. Angela, lovely talking to you.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Yes, please.